There we go. Okay, we are going to take an hour, so we will be done at 5 o'clock Eastern. Jasmine should be joining us as well. So I haven't heard from Jasmine. She's in Atlanta. John, did you hear from Jasmine?
Not yet. I haven't heard
Okay.
from her.
All right. So I have an agenda, but what I wanted to do just real briefly, because we want to today, we want to get into the offer, like what is it you're selling, and go through that. But what I'd like to do is if you could take 1 or 2 minutes and just introduce yourself to the team, let everybody know where you are, where you're located, and a little bit about your background. So I'm going to go clockwise here from my on my screen. So Christopher, you're at the top here. So we'll start with you.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, no, my name's Chris and Chris Bullard. I'm in Utah, so I live in Farmington, Utah, like 20 minutes outside of Salt Lake. And about my background is I've done a lot of sales in my life, a lot of door knocking. That's where I got my start in sales, was knocking doors for solar. Also did fiber internet, pest control, and I've done a couple call center gigs as well. Closing deals for insurance for Allstate. I also uh, kind of reset like old appointments for solar appointments on the phone for 5 months about, and I was doing it while I was going to school. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all of my sales experience bundled up there.
And we know
Awesome.
if you can go door to door, this is going to be a breeze.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much everything's a breeze after door to door. Yeah.
No doubt. Okay, Stacy. Oh, you're on mute.
I'm Stacy. I'm in Iowa. I've been an insurance producer since 2016, doing life, independent, and that's pretty much it.
And you had an interesting story that you were telling me about the cost of leads with
Oh,
insurance. I mean that I'm still can't believe that.
yeah. When I first started insurance, the cost for a lead was $8. That same lead today is bottom tier at 85. So
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looking to move out of insurance and do something else.
well, I'm going to have a question here when we're done with the introductions. I'll have a question, a little survey for everybody, and I'll value your opinion from coming from the insurance background. So,
Okay.
Jason, yeah, you're on mute too.
Yeah, sorry. I'm a bit under the weather today. I got a cold, so I
Oh no.
apologize. My voice is a bit shot today. Jason Strode, Puerto Rico, originally from Portland, Oregon. Sold just about everything. You name it, I've sold it. Yeah, I'm hoping the cold medicine kicks in and I feel better here shortly. So that's my big hope for the day. And I'm actually multitasking, taking the 125 question test at the end right now for the certification. So
Oh
that's why I'm
yeah,
going back and forth between windows. Yeah,
I
maybe
saw
I
that.
get a jump on
You get multiple attempts at it, so don't stress
it.
over
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. I'll get it this time.
And I
Cheers.
didn't
Nice to meet you all.
I didn't
Same
think
thing.
anybody in Puerto Rico would catch a cold.
Oh God, the kids just went back to school and then they come home. They don't wash their hands. They don't wash their
Yeah,
cups. Cross contamination, real easy to happen. So
yeah, duh.
nice
Uh,
to meet all of you.
Same thing.
Jamie.
My name is Jamie Newbeck. I'm in Michigan, and I started sales about 12 years ago at a moving company. Then I moved into tech, and I'm the head of growth at a company there and a senior AE, but leaving there to pursue this, and here I am.
Yeah. Okay. Now, did you have a background in insurance as well, or no?
Nope,
No. Okay. Yeah.
nope,
But Wolverine fan.
yeah, yep.
I can tell you, I have 12 games scheduled to record over the next week, starting this Saturday. So, yeah, welcome. And Philip.
All right, hey guys, I'm Philip Holmes. I'm originally from Seattle, Washington. We moved out to Charleston, South Carolina, almost 4 years ago. So we're out in the Southeast now, and I've been in pretty much business loans, merchant services, and point of sale systems for the last almost 18 years, I want to say. And then additionally, I also sell a lot of life insurance. So pretty darn excited to be on board with you guys.
Awesome.
Something Philip is going to be a good reference for everybody because our program, and you'll see this, um, he's doing it. I thought we were the first and the original in this case, going to insurance agents and teaching them how to expand, how to make more revenue by expanding the avenues that they're making revenue in. And one of those avenues you'll learn about is the elite credit products that we have through Amerishop. And wouldn't you know, Philip's been doing that. So he has experience of what we're looking to promote with other agents. So John, why don't you introduce yourself and then I'll wrap that up.
You sure you want me to talk? Because I'll talk and we'll be here for another 30 minutes. Everything that I've done. Well, my name is John. I'm originally from Connecticut. I was born in Connecticut, Norwalk, and moved down to Miami, lived in Miami for like 40 something years. And then now I'm in Atlanta. I'm actually on the outsides of Georgia. Um, I've been doing sales since I was really young. Own a couple of companies. Started the MC. I've been doing traditional loans for 20 something years. Got into the merchant cash advance for the past 6 years. In the 20 years that I've been doing traditional loans, I've been doing payment centers, merchant processing, credit card stacking, you name it. Anything that has to do with finance. I got into the MCA 6 years ago. Been very successful with the MCA. Trying to teach the last 3 years, I've been doing workshops trying to teach a lot of entrepreneurs to learn this business and getting them in as my brokers. And because I'm part of the investor with my investors, we loan out the money to small businesses, which is a separate course that we'll talk about afterwards. There's actually a lot of money to be made in this program because I have spent so much money in different seminars. And the seminars that I've gone to, I spent a lot of money. And me and Stuart joined up and we came up with this plan where we're going to be able to help people make money and everybody to be satisfied. I mean, this is going to be a very, very good program. We started this since the beginning of the year that we had a couple of salespeople, but we were going the wrong way with it. Now we came up with a really good strategy. And I think this time, and you guys are going to be the first 10 reps that we're going to have in each region and being able to satisfy the customers with these products. I always have a saying of being in the right place at the right time. Just like the internet, when it first came out, it made a lot of millionaires. The first 20 years, AI is going to make a lot of millionaires within the next 5 years. And the good thing about the concept that we have is that we have our own AI. We have everything. We're giving all the tools to you guys to be able to be successful in this product that we have. Other than that, I guess as we speak and we go, we'll learn a little bit more.
Yeah, I said 2 minutes, right, John?
What was that, 4.5? I'm telling you, I talk a lot. If I stop, I'm over.
Okay, so Stuart's my name. I'm in Western Canada. I think I mentioned to many of you, my wife and I are wannabe Americans. When we started this program, it was a US based because we knew that's where we want to be. And like I said, we're pretty excited to have each one of you bring your own skill set to this team. My background, 37 years in finance. I started off in banking and branch management and went into financial planning and spent about 15 years as a loan officer in Canada and grew a business to where I was in the top 5-6% in Canada. Left that industry 10 years ago to really pursue more of a legacy option where my goal is really to help people help other people. And that you'll see our program is two parts. We have the ICCA, which is the program that I built, and Jason, that's the training that you went through, the exam you're taking. And we have the AmeriShop, which is John's company, which brings in accredited elite products that really allow our members to um, inject revenue into their business in a very quick fashion. And that's where we've come up with what I call our Grand Slam offer. But before I get into that, and that's really what I wanted to do today, is kind of familiarize each of you with our offer. Um, I have a question for each of you. So, and there's no right or wrong answer, but just rank these. And like I said, there's no right or wrong. Rank these in order of importance for you. How you right now view these three things, and that is revenue. If you were self-employed, which you are, self-employed, whether you're in the insurance industry or as a loan officer or a broker or in sales, what's more important to you right now? Revenue, leads, or cash flow? Revenue, leads, or cash flow?
I say cash flow.
Cash flow. Okay. We got one vote cash flow.
I say leads.
You
I
say
say leads too.
leads, two leads.
I was gonna say cash flows. I thought maybe leads would turn into revenue, which would turn to cash flow. But yeah.
So your first response was cash flow?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm cash flow.
Cash flow. Okay. So we got three cash flow, two leads. Which out of the three would be the least? Revenue. Well, I guess revenue. Revenue, leads, and cash flow. Does everybody put revenue third in that list or no?
Well, revenue will come naturally with the other two. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks for that. I'm going to look to do a larger survey. I have, well, I don't know, 6,000 insurance agents and loan officers in LinkedIn. I think I'll send out a survey because that's our target market. And so with marketing that we can offer them, what's important to them? Where do we want to hit? So that's why I asked. Um, okay, so let's get into the offer because this is what I know I'm really excited about the offer that we have. Now, I don't know, has everybody had a chance to go to our landing page? I'm going to share a screen here. Oh, hold on a sec. Okay, so this hopefully everybody can see this okay. Um, Oh, but by the way, this is very informal. I think you'll find that John and I are both very casual, laid back. So jump in with any questions you have or any comments. Feel free to jump in. So this is our main landing page, and we have a lot of information here. If you, I think the About Us page. There, I think there's some information about John and myself, our mission, our focus, what we believe in. But you can go over this. So CCA Elite, obviously each of you're here, so you've been into your email as CCA Elite. Uh, so our homepage, our landing page, website, ccaelite.com. I'm not going to go over each of these areas. You can do that on your own. But I'm going to, for now, we're labeling it pricing, but this is really where our offer starts. And when you're selling this program, you want to bring people through, you want to bring people to this landing page and bring them through the scenario where they're putting in their credit card. We need them to do that because for a few reasons. One, they have to agree to the terms and conditions, which is on that page. And two, once they've entered their credit card and hit submit, a video will pop up with instructions on what we need them to do next. We're going to need them to complete some information and so forth. So how do we get to that page where they pay? Yeah, bring them to ccaelite.com. And by all means, I'm not the sales guy. John's the sales guy here in each of you. That's not me. So we're very
And
open.
Stu?
We're very
Yeah,
open to any ideas that you have, suggestions, ideas that you have. Okay.
Stu?
Yeah,
go
You
ahead,
gave
Phil.
me two landing pages the other day. So you had the method one, but you want us to be using the elite one, right?
correct. Yeah. Thanks,
Okay.
Bill, for mentioning that.
Yeah.
What I've done is I've taken some of the links from the CCA method and I've brought them over in here. So we we don't want to have a confused message. And that's been my fault in the past. Like I said, I'm very transparent. I John and I combined, we spent a lot of money building businesses in the past. When I was a loan officer, I spent $1 million on marketing. You name it, I threw money at it. I had my own radio show. It was an hour-long call-in show once a month in Calgary. I wrote articles for the major newspaper. I was on TV, the sporting events. It was all an ego trip. And that $1 million I wasted on money I wasted on marketing. I had a database of roughly 2,000 loyal clients, and fortunate. I had a lot of repeat business. That was the bulk of my business. It was from my organic nature of the database and the relationship I had. Meanwhile, I'm spending a ton of money to bring business in, and it didn't produce a return. So and we have that in our training. We're teaching in the ICCA training. We're teaching people how to build a business organically. Um, Forget where I was going with all that, but oh yeah, so we don't want to have a confused message, and that's where we've really narrowed in. Here's our offer. And my issue is, I mean, John and I, we've built this puppy. I mean, this is our baby, right? I love getting into the weeds with people. I'll talk all day long about the program and the details of it. Well, you people with good sales background, they don't want the details. They want to know, okay, what is it going to get me? And that's where we really want to pitch the offer. Are you interested in making an extra $10,000 in the next 30 days? We'll help you with that. And John will talk a little bit about that with some examples and case studies that we have and how that works. But that's our offer. We're going to help you make an extra $10,000 in 30 days. So I'm saying this because that CCA method site and Institute of CCA, that's another website we have, and then we have this elite.com site. There may be some confusing messaging. We want to make sure that our message is consistent and very simple. Very simple. I mean, I don't know how much simpler we can get. We're here to help you make $10,000 in the next 30 days. And we give you everything you need to do that. And of course, the question they're going to ask is, okay, how? And that's where, myself, I get into the weeds. How we'll show you how when you get into the program, and then how do you minimize it in terms of the information that they need. And I'll be honest, each one of you will be better at it than I am. So here's the offer. $10,000 in 30 days. The core package that they receive um, is the ICCA certification program. That's a $1,500 course along with the certification. So they receive the training. Jason, how many hours has it been that you've been working on that?
Quite a few. Luckily, I've been sick and laid up in bed, so it's been easy to get through. But quite a
Yeah.
bit, maybe 10, 12 hours altogether, on and off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 10 hours, a little over 10 hours. And I've had some people that go through it and they go through it twice. They, they go through it and they say, I got a book full of notes and I'm going through it again. So there's a lot of content in there. It probably could be streamlined. Jason, let me know your thoughts afterwards. And when you go through it, I'll love to hear your feedback, good or bad. The bad is great because I can take the bad and make adjustments to it. So don't feel bad if you have negative thoughts on it. By all means, share that with me. So I'd love to hear your feedback. So the core package, it's the ICCA certification training and 1,000 exclusive leads. So, Stacy, you mentioned $85, $85 a lead. We're providing 1,000 leads as part of this package. And John can elaborate on what that is. Now, that's the core offer. So, if we combine this, that's your 49.97, right? 1,534.97. There's the price is 49.97. That's what you receive. However, because you're buying today, we have the bonus package that goes along with our core offer. And our bonus package is a value of $3,823. So yes, while they're spending 49.97 up front, they're receiving an additional $3,823 of bonuses. The total value of this package is just over $8,800. So what are the bonuses? They receive 1 month of the CCA Business Development Program. Now, I'll unpack that here in a minute. So they get their first month of the CCA Business Development Program. The onboarding, we charge $1,250 for onboarding. Other companies, it ranges anywhere from I think $500 to $2,000, $3,000. I think was the most I've seen it at. So our onboarding package is $1,250. That's included. Um, Personalized business mastery plans. Uh, you'll see this over time, but I know I paid several years ago. I think I paid $5,000 to have a plan that has less value than what we packed into this business mastery plan. It's about 70, 71, 72 pages. And it's basically a roadmap to help them achieve success in their business. They get a personal discovery plan, a $500 value. So, Jason, you've learned about discovery plans, no doubt. Um, so it's really a better way to help people manage money, and we have many case studies where it frees up money for people every single month. On average, I think we're averaging, you won't believe this. I think we're averaging something like $1,800 a month. I know it sounds ridiculous. $1,800 a month we're freeing up on average for people without putting them on a budget or changing their income or lifestyle. So think about that for a moment. Without changing their income or lifestyle, not putting them on a budget, we're able to free up hundreds and hundreds of dollars every single month for people. So that's the discovery plan. That's really tied into the ICCA program. They receive 400 AI credits. That's roughly how many minutes? John, is that like, is it 400?
That's it's a 400 minutes.
Okay. So that's related to their AI caller, which relates to these 1,000 leads. And same with the text and email credits. So they're provided with all that as bonus for accepting this offer. Now, going back to the CCA development program, they pay a monthly fee, and this is where each of you we'll work together. We're all part of a team, and we're looking to build your region to 200 members in the next 12 months. I think Jason wants to get there in about two. um, but we're looking at over the next 12 months to build that region to 200 members, and in the second year to 400 members. And then beyond that, we want to go from 400 to 1,000 by really opening it up to anybody who wants a business in a box. And so that business development program includes the platform, the unique selling proposition, which is the discovery plans, the AI caller. By the way, sometime between now and Monday afternoon, I'll reach out to each of you and have the AI give you a phone call. I'll prompt you ahead of time so you'll have warning. We'll get the AI. You can talk to the AI. It's incredible. We've had numerous, it's funny listening to the conversations. People at the other end have no clue they're speaking to an AI bot. And it is some of the conversations are incredible, and they'll take it off on oh, I was just going out. It's a beautiful day outside. I was just heading out to a walk, or you just caught me. Oh, well, that's great. It's such a nice day out, and it will just carry on a conversation, and you would have no idea that it's a bot. So that's included the email marketing, all the drip campaigns, landing pages. You'll see this. Elite credit products. Those are the products that John will talk about, and the business strategy plans. These are additional products that they will have in their tool belt to be able to sell to individuals, and that's one of the ways that they can increase their revenue is by not only gaining more clients, but also having more things to sell to more people. So all of that is included. Now, I mentioned this is $449 a month, and the first month payment is waived. We want to see success early on. So one of the things we want to grow the regions. We're looking at offering, and we'll talk individually. We can offer that for $249 a month so that we get members on board and keep them on board. So, whether it's the first 5 or 10 members every month, They can come on board for $249 a month. But eventually we'll get it so that as we build the membership in the region, it's $449. That's what it is. One other thing I'll mention here is something becomes more valuable when there's a limited supply of it. And
hold on, Stuart. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Before I was waiting to say this before you go into something else. I'm sorry about that. Hey guys, so my question is this, because a lot of people, I don't know the background, if they know a lot about AIs or if they know a lot about campaigns or drips and how much the cost is out there. Because the idea is that, okay, you're focusing on something that you're going to be selling a high ticket item, which is $5,000. I don't know if you guys have sold high tickets. I don't remember the resumes right now. If you guys have sold high tickets, how easy is it for you guys to sell this product? Are we going to be in competition with other companies and things like that? So let me give you a little brief background on that before Stuart goes to the next step. I've been selling high ticket items for a little while now. I have another company which is a business credit builders, and that one we sold between $5,000 to $3,000 a month, and then the AI softwares that we sold between $3,000 to $4,000. Now, so you can have an idea where you're like, okay, so you don't get nervous or nothing like that. If a client's gonna say, well, I can get this cheaper for $400 a month, I can get this. It's not gonna happen. I'll explain to you why. I've been in AI for 3 years. My real background is communications. So I've been in AI for over 3 years. AI has been around for a while. People didn't really know about it too much. And we actually been going back and forth with the tech support, trying to make it perfect with codings and all that. So by about a year ago, before going out with the prices, we actually did we interviewed a lot of companies, finding out their costs and things like that. So there's a company called EasyFind. They don't do any AI voice. Okay, all they do is AI text messaging, and blast out 5,000, 10,000 text messages per day, and that they can do it without red flags or nothing. Just that company alone charges $3,000 upfront to set up, and then they'll charge you $2,000 a month. Okay, then you have other companies that does the AI voice with everything that we have. To be able to get that program, you're talking just $10,000 to get set up with them. Okay, now this was a year ago when I started really going into investigating. Now there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of people doing white labels. There's a lot of people doing other things back and forth. We are still in the market, because that's why me and Stuart decided to join, because now we're given a full product with everything. It's like an all-in-one shop for $5,000. So you're teaching somebody, and you're going to grab them by their hand that the first 30 days, they're going to do $10,000 or even more within the first 30 days. And all they got to invest is $5,000. With the conversations that I had with you guys before, with a couple of you, you go out there and you go buy a business. One of the fastest business that I've seen that really does really well, in which I've owned, several cellular stores. Cellular stores, if you work it the right way and you have the cash flow, you'll make your money back in 6 months. Okay, so you invested $100,000 in 6 months, you'll make back your $100,000. That's one of the fastest companies that I know that can get your profits right away, what you invested in your profits. So, as I said, what I'm trying to say here is that you're teaching somebody in 30 days, they're going to be big. They're going to get back $5,000 plus an extra $5,000. Not only that, if you're showing them and you're with them, a lot of these clients, you're going to have to hold by the hand, because they don't want to do anything hardly. Okay. So you'll be able to help them out. That's why I say you got to keep in touch with your clients once a week, talk to them, send them. We're going to have new products you can offer them and things like that. So you're going to have a product where it's only going to cost $5,000, and they're going to be making a lot of money. I have right now clients, I'm not clients, but brokers of mine. I have brokers right now that are making $15,000, $20,000 a month. And that's just in one vertical and one thing. If you're showing your guys, your clients, that they can sell this, different things that they can make money on, they're going to be very successful and happy with you, and they're going to continue doing business with you guys. Okay, so don't let the price scare you or nothing, because we are right there with the prices that are on the market, and we're offering a lot more products than what any other person out there is offering. Okay, go ahead, sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that's good. Actually,
Go ahead.
John, do you want to talk a little bit about
The
so
products?
yeah, maybe not we don't really have time to touch on, and the training touches on the nine products. But maybe just talk a little bit about the MCA, because the 1,000. So we're providing members upfront. How do we get them $10,000 in the next 30 days? We're providing them with 1,000 leads, and out of those are leads well, John, you can address it better than I
Yeah.
can. So
Okay. So I've been in the lead gen for a while already, and I know what Jamie, was it Stacy, Jamie, that was talking about the $85 leads, Jamie?
no,
That was Stacy.
That was Stacy. Okay, so I know about the $85 leads and things like that, because with the MCA, if you're buying really, really hot leads, they're about $50 to $60. Okay, but
hey,
we cannot.
John, what maybe explain MCA.
Okay, so what we do is that we give the clients the 1,000 leads. Okay, the 1,000 leads is what we call age leads. Okay, so the client, we put in the AI, is going to call the client. These are specifically is for merchant cash advances, these leads. Okay, that's where the client's going to make their money. Merchant cash advance, we call it traditional loans. Alternative loans. Anything that has to be private money is called alternative loan. So when a client can't get a bank, the client has bad credit, the businesses, they have bad credit, or they need money right away. They can't wait 30, 40 days to get a traditional loan through the bank, which is either an SBA loan, working capital loan, or term loan. What they'll come to private investors like us, and they'll say, okay, what do you have to offer? All it is very simple. It's one application. They fill out the application, their information on top, company information in the middle, and then they upload their last 4 month statements. Okay. Once they send that in, we don't look at credit. I don't care about credit. I don't care of anything. My underwriter looks at the last 4 month statements, and they'll see what they can afford and what we can offer them. Now, this is not a regular monthly payment or nothing like this. This is like in Shark Tank. I'm gonna let you borrow, so much. You're gonna give me 20% for the lifetime. No, this is just a temporary partnership. Once you pay me, we're through. Okay, so it can be between 60 days all the way to 240 days, depending the industry and depending how good their payments are. Because sometimes these guys have defaults. We'll take a chance. I say, okay, no problem. I'll let you borrow the $20 or $30,000 you need. But instead of giving you 6 months because you defaulted, I'm only going to give you 3 months, and you got to pay me daily or weekly. That daily or weekly payment, it really depends how good of a history they have paying. My underwriter looks at all that. Okay, so what I'm doing is that I'm risking my money. Let that business that has bad credit, can't get credit nowhere or anything like that, I'm going to give them a chance to pay me off within 2 months, 3 months, whatever time frame it is. That's the advantage of the private investment money, which is merchant cash advance, because we don't care about credit. We don't care about if you defaulted, nothing like that. But the interest rate is high. Okay, it can be 30% all the way up to 50%. At the same time, it's high. What we like to do is that those clients that we lend them the 20 or 30,000 or 50,000 or 100,000, we can go up to $1 million. It doesn't really matter. What we like to do is we like to help them fix their credit and find out what's wrong with them, because we also have a credit department that fixes credit. So our credit department will fix their credit. We'll say, okay, well, it's going to take us 3, 4, 5, 6 months to fix it. Then after that, then depending how their credit is, we're going to have to probably add a couple of trade lines. Once the trade lines are added, then we can go ahead and get a regular traditional loan, because we want to pull the customer out of the merchant cash advance loans and put them in a regular traditional loan. Okay. That way they can save money. Our plan of the merchant cash advances is just temporary to help the client out to use what they need. Now, there's where your client is going to make the $10,000 the first 30 days, because every time your client that one of your clients got paid $5,000, this client is active. Let's say you get lucky and they know about merchant cash advances. This client gets active and he starts offering. He's bringing in 5, 6, 7 applications a week. An average loan is $20,000. Okay, that's what an average loan is, $20,000. Your client can be making $500 to $1,000 for each loan that he does. Okay, so if he's doing 5 loans a week, right there, he's making 500 to 1,000 to 2,000 on the average. We have loans for $500,000, $300,000. It just depends what the client needs. So basically, there is where the client's gonna make a lot more money on the merchant cash advance. And then of course we have the credit repair. They make it that it's not too much of the credit repair. We usually just use that to help the client fix their credit and things like that. But we have business credit building, where a client says, you know what, I want to be able to use my business as credit to get a car or to get a house or something, but I don't want to use my Social Security. I don't want to be a personal guarantor. So what we do is we teach the client how to get a business credit building without using their personal credit and using just a federal ID number. So that's another program we have. We have credit card stacking, where, for example,
John, we have that in the training. Let's hold off there. The one point I wanted to mention is that these leads, the leads that the member is receiving, they're coming from businesses that have already applied for this type of capital. So we know, John, out of the 1,000 leads of individuals who have applied for this type of loan, how many conversations is the member going to be having? I think you said potentially 30, 40 conversations.
Yes. So it's really, out of the 1,000, they'll probably talk, let's say about 100. They'll talk with 100 customers. Out of the 1,000, they'll probably end up doing about 10. They'll close about 10.
And they're making $500 to $1,000.
More than that. More than that.
More than that.
Yeah,
So
because they're very high revenues.
Now, the other thing with the 10,000 is that's within 30 days. Then we put those 1,000 leads into a 1-year drip campaign. So there's all kinds of opportunity for these insurance agents, not only to start working with these businesses, but then being able to offer group insurance plans and individual plans to the owner. They're building relationships, right? Does that anything John just mentioned, was it overhead? Like were planes flying overhead, or did it make sense, or any questions? Fire away. There's no dumb question, right?
I had one question that didn't really relate to anything, but when when you said that there's a business that makes you your $100,000 back in 6 months, I didn't catch what business you were talking about there. But
that's cellular stores.
Cellular store?
Cellular stores. I
What's
used
that?
to own the cellular stores, like Cricket Wireless, Boost Mobile, Sprint, T-Mobile stores. Any store that sells cellular phones, and you go buy the cellular phone. You got to excuse me. My background, I'm Hispanic, so sometimes my tongue twists.
Gotcha.
And things like that. But yeah, so it'll be the cellular stores.
So
Cool.
So we got about 10 minutes left here, and because I want to respect everybody's time, we'll cut it off at the top of the hour. We can reconvene tomorrow if that works. We can have another meeting tomorrow, and then we'll do we'll converse. I'll converse with each one of you one on one to make sure next week you're comfortable. And then coming back, we want you comfortable with the offer. If they want to get so we have I don't know if I should measure. We want to build each region to 25, 30,000 leads. Okay. Now we have that in one of the regions. I won't say where. So some of the regions we only have 3 or 4,000 leads, but that's fine. It's going to take us several weeks to get through 3 or 4,000 leads. But we will build up each region to 25,000, 30,000 leads in each region. The AI is doing the cold outreach. And like I said, you'll be able to have that conversation with the AI. So you know what the other end is going to look like. The AI is going to transfer somebody who's interested, and it's softball questions. The AI is going to say, do you have time for 3 quick questions? First question, would you have an interest in making an extra $10,000 the next 30 days? No. I mean, who's going to say no, right? So it's questions like that. And the goal is to direct that warm lead to you. So we'll go over so you can turn this on and off so that you're available to receive those calls coming in. So this will be an insurance agent. It's going to be coming in. Your phone will ring, and they'll be live on the phone. This person has an interest in this program, and then you can walk through the offer. And like I said, that's why I wanted to spend most of this time going through is the offer. So we may need to schedule another meeting, go through that. On that landing page, yeah, Jason, you'll hear it. It's good. It's really good. Um, let me just
Let me ask a quick question real quick before we hang up. I want to just make sure. I know that you're saying that we're going to have another meeting or training course. I would like to hear from each of you guys. How comfortable are you ready to offer the product? What other kind of training would you need? Chris, can you go ahead and start because you're the first one on my list?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, no, I definitely need to go through the course and get a pitch down to like figure out figure out what uh what'll bring them the most value. And then obviously through the calls we'll figure out pain points that are probably going to stack up and be pretty similar to anyone else's pain points and have to overcome those pain points to get them to get them to want to do the program with us. So yeah, no, I definitely need to
Oh,
just research the product a bit more and
okay.
uh and do the training, and once I formulate a pitch to get comfortable, just like anything in sales, right? So
Yes. You can what Stuart did, what he actually when he emailed you guys, you don't have to go through all the courses, all the levels. Just go to the ones that he said, which are the main ones that I think is number 1 and number 7. Those two courses.
level 7, and then
Yeah,
level 2 of the elite training. Yeah.
exactly. Those are the most important ones, which if
Hey,
you don't want to go through the whole thing. But
real
hold on,
quickly, let's go
hold on.
around.
Hold on. Philip, what do you think?
Yeah, I just want to understand kind of the breakdown of what, the process is once we get them on the phone. Obviously, kind of build rapport, do some fact finding, and
Okay.
then, essentially close them. And then at that point, we redirect them to ccaelite.com. We say click on the pricing button, and then basically scroll down to the bottom.
I'll walk you
And
through that real quickly here in a
Yeah.
minute.
okay, great.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. What about you, Jamie?
Basically the same thing. I just need to go through the certification and learn the product more.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Listen to call would be cool. Yeah. Write questions, get those answered. Just simple stuff that, just to learn the product more before I feel comfortable.
Well, let me tell you guys,
representing it.
if you guys have any questions during the weekend, you guys are going to look at it the weekend, you can get in touch with me and Stuart during the weekend through the WhatsApp and everything, because if we're going to start on Monday, we want to make sure that all your questions are answered. Okay? All right. How about you, Stacy?
I think somebody just said it in the chat. Like, is there like a script to kind of have you guys created one?
Yeah, I'll go real. We got
All
5.
right.
I'll get to what our script and the process is. And
Okay.
we do have scripts. I'm hesitant to send them out, and I'll explain why here in a moment.
Okay, I just think it's a good idea to have something general to start with, because I mean, obviously we're going to use the processes that you put in place, like finding the needs of the customer.
Yep.
And then working your steps. So, but it would be nice to have a script,
Yep.
just to a guide.
A guide.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Jason, if you could talk. Oh, go ahead.
He commented.
Yeah, yeah, I pretty much said everything I needed to say in the chat there. I mean, I'd love to hear an actual phone call,
Okay.
like an actual phone call, not the AI phone call. I'd love to hear a phone call when the AI transfers the person over. I want to hear that call. I want to hear the offer being presented so that I have a good guideline, a good example. And I don't really need a script. It's just a general guideline, just bulletproof, bullet little things that I should be saying or reminding. And I know I need to build that rapport and get to know them. So I need like a list of questions, basically. How am I going about finding those pain points? How am I going about adding that value? So just some basic guidelines like that, that would be great for me. Then I could follow that easily.
Okay,
Okay.
so let me we
Go ahead,
have
Stuart.
about 4 minutes. So let me share with you here. In terms of a script, what we have is we've laid out the pitch. So instead of a script, what I'll refer to it as, here's our pitch. Now, when you go to our again, go to our our website and go into pricing. For more details, click here. Here's our pitch. This is basically your PowerPoint presentation. So you can do this on your own, and we'll take some more time to go through it. This is our PowerPoint. Now, our sales pitch goes into really, Jason, you learned in the training in level 2, if you've gone through that, we talk about gap selling. And okay, their pain point, they want to know, how do I make $10,000 in the next 30 days? And we want to focus on that. We want to bridge that gap. Here's where you are today. Here's where we want to help you get to in the future. And so we have a number of steps in our pitch process. And the first one is that discovery step. Tell me a little bit about your business. Maybe they're a loan officer, they're not in insurance. Tell me where you are today. Where do you want to be? What's your income now? Where are you looking to get that to? We want to help you achieve that. So we discover a little bit about them. Um, the solutions. Why other things? What have you? Tell me what you've done in the past. What programs have? Oh, I've spent a ton of money doing this. I bought leads. I did this. None of it works. We understand that. So we get into why other solutions have not worked. We don't shy away from that. We address it up front. We're different. We are different. Again, we talk about the gap, where they are today, where they want to get to in the future. Here's a video that they can watch because, again, you're walking them through this website. Each one of these steps, there's a link to more information, other solutions. Discover the difference. So here's another, so each one of these steps leads to another page where they can go more in depth on those issues. Now, with each one of these, the next step button takes them to our page. There's put in your credit card. They're like, okay, I'm ready to buy now. So when you're here on our main page on the pricing, find out more details. This is our sales pitch, and we can go into more details another day about this. So rather than a script, here's our sales pitch. And then, like I said, every one of these pages will lead to a link that gets you to our sales page. Oops, what did I do here? I think if I scroll right down to the bottom, they can schedule a meeting. I think this takes them. Yeah, there's there's a few clicks away, and there's our sales page. All right. Hey, I said we would stop at the top of the hour. How many people can make a meeting if we schedule one for tomorrow? And we'll kind of pick up from here.
Yeah, I can.
Jamie, you can't?
I have to go to an out of town wedding up north.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Nah.
right.
It's not my favorite thing to do, but it's family, so I have
Oh,
to.
well, no, that'd be fun. Philip,
We'll see. I'm getting Airbnb with my mom, my sister, my cousin, and they're all very a lively bunch. So we'll see. But yeah, unfortunately, I usually am the most boring person in the world, and I'm just home. But this is the only weekend I'm being ripped away from my
no
house.
worries.
Go have fun. Go have fun.
Okay, Stacy can make it. Philip, can you make tomorrow?
What time are we thinking?
I'm not sure yet. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I've got some availability, but it just depends.
Okay, earlier time or later?
Kind of all over.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, this is what I'll reach out. We'll try and coordinate a time. We'll get together, and Jamie, what we'll do is we'll record it tomorrow as well, so that you'll have that, and so that you don't miss out on anything.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Hey, again, you know what? John and I are just super excited. We're thrilled to have each of you here. We have a very talented team, so I'm really looking forward to next week and moving forward. We'll get the AI going in each of your regions next week. We won't start everybody Monday morning at 8 o'clock. We'll communicate, and we'll make sure that you're in a position where you're comfortable. You know our pitch, you know the core offer. And if you ever get stuck, just know that, I'm here, John's here to serve each of you. So we're looking forward to growing together. So
If anybody, I know that I didn't have enough time to text him. If anybody needs to call me now, so we go a little bit deeper, call me through the WhatsApp, my number, and I'll be glad to go over it with you more specific. Okay.
yeah.
Any question you guys have, call me, and I'll be glad we can go over everything. Okay. All right, guys. It's been a pleasure seeing you guys. We'll talk tomorrow.
We'll stay in contact.
Stuart, you let us all know. Let us know what time is it for tomorrow, and
we'll do.
A la vista.
Okay.
All right, team.
Bye.
See you guys later. Okay. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Bye-bye. See you later. Bye.